Welcome to Brown's Rod and Custom, your home for street rods, muscle cars, and Volkswagen content. This is my dad, Big Ron. He's our body man and fabricator. This is my beautiful wife, Megan, our editor-in-chief and supporter. And this is me, Adam, the designer and mechanic for our projects. If you find our videos helpful, like and subscribe for more content. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Happy Thursday. It is February 6th for those following along. Mom, I see you out there. So today is going to be an interesting day. First off, I apologize for not posting any videos yesterday. I had to go to the dentist to get my teeth fixed. These here, they capped them. I had a chipped tooth from 30 years ago where I dropped a wrench on my face working on my Model A, and I had a cavity in between my front teeth. You guys probably saw it was like discolored and yeah, nasty. Anyway, they took care of all that, so we went in there. But today is going to be 1965 Chevelle SS day. Okay, no, we're not starting the project yet, but some things happened at the Sumter swap meet last Friday, or on Friday, that have led to this day. So we ran into the original owner that we bought the car from, the 65 Chevelle SS, at the Sumter swap. He had a booth selling his race car and stuff. And he asked me if I'm ever gonna get the hood. And I said, what hood? And so when I bought the car, it came with the doghouse and everything, but no hood and no hood hinges. And he had the hood, a really good factory hood. And for you guys that know anything about aftermarket hoods on Chevelles and probably a lot of things, they don't fit very well. So if you can get a good OEM hood, you're way better off, right? Fitment's probably going to be at least way closer. So he has the correct hood, a great hood with hinges, hood hinges, that I guess the guy didn't buy. And I guess he thought that I knew, and we hadn't really had that conversation. So I had forgotten about the hood for like a year, maybe over a year. So, fuck, maybe 2 years, a year and a half. So we're going over there to pick up the hood. Me and Ron are loading up in Big Red. We're going to run over, pick that up. He also has a set of bucket seats that I'm going to pick up from him. Probably not today, but we have a set of seats out of a Corvair, I think. Corvair, right?
We think.
We think. Anyway, we took one. We have one with us. We're gonna go over there and match it up to what he has and see if we have the same seats or not. And if not, we'll go ahead and pick his up probably in 2 weeks. But we're getting a hood. So what we're gonna do is get it from him. We're gonna drive over to my house in Zephyr Hills and we're going to install it on the car. And I'm going to take the camera with me and we're gonna video that whole experience, and I'll show you the car and we'll go over some things, and it'll be a refresher for me because I mean, I see it quite a bit, but it's under a car cover, just sitting under my carport. So we can start really getting into the nitty gritty of make a list and whatnot of what patch panels we need and this, that, and the other. Because I know I need quarters, I know I need some things here and there, but do I? Let's look, right? So, anywho's, that's what we're doing today, guys. I also just ordered a slew of parts from O'Reilly's for the Miata, for the cooling system, and I think I figured out why the fan's not turning on. So I ordered that sensor and a thermostat housing gasket, valve cover gasket, those kind of things. To fix the oil leaks, PCV valve, you know, nice little $110 hit at O'Reilly's. But I also ordered wrinkle red VHT high heat paint because I'm going to paint the valve cover wrinkle red, and couldn't find that at either place, O'Reilly's or Advanced here in Spring Hill, so ordered it from Amazon. It'll be here Friday. The rest of the parts from Miata will be here today by 4. So tomorrow will be Miata engine day for me. Ron will keep rocking on the Apache. I just ordered a couple things for the Apache. Let me show you. Now, I didn't see them at MPD, but I did see them at LMC Truck. Get your lights on here. So what I ordered this piece here, okay, that goes all the way across. You see where it's all rotted out here. So we're gonna replace this. And then I also ordered, it might be hard to see, but that panel from there all the way across there on the inside. That should fix, that honestly should be the last of the patch panels for the cab. They are coming. Hopefully we'll have them in a few days, and then we'll get them on the truck. So good news is right now we're not ready for them, but they're coming and they'll be here, so we don't have to wait for them and slow us down. So kind of fun. Lots of things happening, guys, so stay tuned. We're gonna run over there and get this hood. I'll bring you along for that. I don't know if I'm gonna film at his house. I don't wanna be, you know, not cool about it, but when I get to my house in Zephyr Hills, I will fire up the camera and walk you around the Chevelle and give you a refresh, or, you know, what we got, because you guys never see this car because it's not physically at this house here. So we'll bring you back into that little adventure. So stay tuned, guys, lots to come. Hey everybody, welcome back to Brown's Riding Custom. It is 1965 Chevelle SS day. So we just went over and picked up the new hood for it from the guy that sold it to us. Richard, thank you so much. Also put a deposit down on a set of bucket seats that he has that we'll pick up in 2 weeks. And yeah, I thought I'd show you guys the car. We're getting ready to bolt we got a set of hood hinges, a hood, and the trunk hinges with the bars. And I'll show you that as well. And we'll kind of walk around this car and just give you guys an update on what you're looking at. So check this out. Here is our 1965 Malibu Chevelle SS. This is a factory AC car, factory power steering, intermittent wipers, the 2-speed wipers. It was a 283 automatic. I think we're going to do a 327 350 horse, which was an option for this, with a 4-speed. Car was red, bright red, with a red interior, and that's what's going back in it. And I'll kind of walk you through this. This doghouse came with it. You guys probably haven't seen that yet. We got this a couple days after we got the car, which we're probably going to use most of it. Now, it's wobbly jaw at the moment, but we do have new ones of these pillars here where they got the dent. We do have all the glass. It was a tinted glass, looks like, factory tint. Now this car needs quarters, you know, it needs a lot. The back is pretty rough, so the Dutchman's gone. We need to put a new Dutchman in it, and back tray here. Deck lid's decent, not worried about the deck lid. We do have some rot up in here, but we have most of the pieces you see sitting in here to fix that. We have good pieces here, so we have what we need to put this thing back together. There we go. Get you a little better view of it from the back. That's what we got. The roof on this car is pretty good too. The frame is immaculate. There's no issues with the frame. It needs floors, trunk floor, Dutchman. Wheel wells are good. We'll end up putting probably full quarters and this panel on it here. But all in all, it's not a bad car. Not a bad car at all. It's fixable and it deserves to be fixed. Now we got this, I'm gonna say a year and a half ago, maybe a little longer, at the Sumter Swap Meet. Richard was there with this and was selling it, and we paid a fair price for it. We only paid $1,200 for this car. So it came with a clean Florida title. It is a true SS. I think it's 138 on the VIN, with some rare options. So if you look inside of here, it is an AC car. See the vents? Here's the dash. It had 67,261 miles. It's got the clock in there. fuel gauge, all of that, all the different gauges, radio, so on and so forth. But it's all here. Your AC components there. See the Malibu SS. One of the kick panels is still in. Actually, both kick panels are still in it. This is the back seat. So it may not look great, but that's all I really need right there. That back and that bottom I can take to an upholstery shop and have that redone. So, you know, you guys know how this works. They look bad before they look good. So it's kind of where we're at right now. Big Ron is working on there was a bolt here that wasn't going in all the way. That one there is broke. But here's what we got. So I'll show you this. This is our hood for it that we picked up. Notice it's blue. Looks just like that blue. That's the hood that came off that front end. So we got a good hood. We also got these hood hinges here. Really nice hood hinges for a 65. That's a seat out of a Corvair that's somewhat close that we picked up a while back, but they won't be going in this car. I mean, they might just to drive around the block, but I've got a deposit on a good set of seats that need to be reupholstered, but the right everything for a 65 SS from Richard that I'm going to pick up in 2 weeks. So, you know, kind of what you got here. Now this car is going to go bright red with a bright red interior, with the 15-inch rallies, with probably the red line tires, and we're probably going to do the Vintage Air Sure Fit kit. So it'll be an AC car again. It'll be powered power disc brakes in the front with a dual master cylinder, 327, 350 horse with a probably an M24 speed. I think David up in Ocala is going to build for me, Mr. Crane, and I'm working with Richard on getting a correct 12 bolt rear end, because right now this has a 10 bolt in it. So there's nothing wrong with, and I have the actual factory 283 for this car, the one that came out of it, with the Power Glide. I just don't want to put a Power Glide and a 283 in it. I want it to actually be fun. So that's what we've got, guys. Just thought I'd walk you around this and give you kind of the tour, 50-cent tour. This will be a full build, full resto, you know, deal. You know, you see the trunk. Let me see if I can get you a better view here. Here it is from the back. You know, it's got gumption. It's going to be all right. Now the underneath of this car, let's see if we can't get under here. The underneath of it looks good. Frame's in good shape. Really no issues with the frame. There's no holes in the frame. The frame's solid. The rockers are good. Doors are good. Roof's good. You know, so that's very, very helpful. But quarters it does need, and some attention for sure around this Dutchman, which I'll buy a new Dutchman, which is this, and around this back window. But we do have the glass, so that's very helpful. That came out of this car, so we got all that, all the things. So stay tuned for this build, guys. We're in the collecting parts mode of this. Richard has the 327 out of a 65 Chevelle, so I'm probably going to pick that up from him too at some point. David's going to build us a 4-speed. We're working on getting a 12 bolt, and I'm going to keep it factory suspension. I'm not going to do tubular A-arms and all that stuff. I want it to be kind of a factory Chevelle SS, right? And there's the tag, one of them, and yeah. So anywho's, I'm gonna stop talking and start helping Ron. We'll get this hood on here, and I'll bring you back once we get the hood hinges and hood on and show you what that looks like, and we'll go from there. Hey guys, welcome back. As you can see, we got a hood, which is exciting. So we just got the hood bolted on. Now mind you, everything on here is just set on here. There's not a single bolt holding the fenders in the doghouse to the actual body. It's just sitting on here. So nothing's going to be completely lined up or anything like that. But you can see it with the hood we bought. I wiped it off with a rag. It wasn't dirty at all, I promise. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. I think, you know, I probably look at cars a little different than most people as far as what they need and stuff, but look how good these hinges work. It's fucking great. So we got good hinges, both sides. We stopped at Rural King and bought a couple pounds of hardware so we could actually bolt this thing on. We had a bolt that was the right thread, so we went and bought a couple pounds of them. God knows we're gonna need them. But check it out. Chevelle SS. Now, I believe this doghouse came off of an El Camino. But it's basically the same thing. So that's what we've got there. Shut that the best I can for you. There you go. That's what we've got. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. We're gonna work on my house here. We've got a putting in a tub drain. But I mean, it's all here. You know, obviously I need a new dash pad, you know, typical stuff. But cool car. I'm so happy that we got this car, to be honest with you. I know it's going to be a lot of work, but it's something we needed. This is the trunk piece I was talking about that's got the hinges and the bars. Stand back so you can actually see it. Kind of blends in with my fence, but that goes in here. I have it, but mine are kind of lobby jaw. So between this, what I have, and this piece here, I should be able to make something work here and get something going. So really, really happy with it. I'm going to start collecting some things for this. I want to get a Dutchman sooner than later. And I'm going to, every time I go to National Parts Depot, I'm going to keep watching for quarters in the clearance section and see if I can just happen to save a couple $100 here or there on quarters. But otherwise, it's not bad. Getting attacked by my tree. But that's where we're at. Now when we go to move this, I'll probably put different wheels on it. Those wheels are wrong. I'll probably throw some, I'd love to get a set of rallies to get on this, just to give it the look. And set of rallies and get them bolted on here. And then the other thing is the steering box is bad. I've got another power steering box. And I have a steering column, but it's a column shift. But it's enough to get it to where we can at least steer it. So I think we'll swap those in before we bring this home. That way we can at least steer the car, and it rolls down the road with, you know, right now those wheels are held on by one lug nut and they barely fit, and they just kind of do this, and we don't want to deal with that. So, but yeah, guys, this is our 65 Chevelle SS project we're going to be doing here on the channel here soon. I got a lot of parts for this, both at the house and here. Also had the bumpers front and rear. I've got a lot to this car. So there'll be some National Parts Depot runs for sure, to get quarters, to get a full floor, trunk floor, and probably some back pieces, a Dutchman, so on and so forth. But it'll all pay off in the end. This will have some really nice metal on it. And this is probably another car that I'll go over with the Bauer and get it cleaned up and ready to paint, or at least ready to do body work on, and go from there. This is our other thing we're doing. This is my spare bedroom in the house. Spare bedroom, bathroom. We're hooking up the shower drain. And, you good? Yeah. This pretty much had a corner shower in it, and we pulled that out to put a bigger shower. We're gonna build a wall, toilet goes there, This is just what it is. And then over here will be a double sink vanity, mirror. She's got a bunch of stuff she wants to do in here. So just one of 1,000 projects we have going on in our life, but this is a biggie for us right now. So it looks like it lines up pretty good, buddy.
Let's see what happens.
Awesome. So we're looking good over here. But anyway, guys, I wanted to show you the Chevelle. I wanted to bring you along for the hood. That's a big deal. It's one of those things that this car really needed, and to have the right hood, I mean, you can tell this hood came off this doghouse, is a really big deal. So yeah. Now I also have this chrome piece, brand new, OEM, new old stock. I have this. I have the Malibu SS emblems for the rear quarters. Brand new old stock. I've been collecting some parts here and there, mostly from Richard, from this guy. He's got 264s, Chevelle SSs that he's doing. One he's getting ready to paint. And it's actually going to be red with a red interior, but it'll be a 64. I think it's got a little different grille. I'm not really up on all the differences in them, but I know there's something different in the grille. But yeah, Richard, we love you, buddy. Thank you so much for all your help. Hood fits great. It'll fit really good once we actually get everything else bolted on the car. That'll make a huge difference, but I just wanted to share this with you guys. This is a kind of that forgotten car that nobody really knows about. So gives you an idea what's upcoming for the channel. So it'll go Apache and then this guy as far as full builds. This will be the next one. So within the year, I'd like to have the Apache done hopefully by summer and summer-ish. And you know, we get into the winter, be having this in the garage and be doing this. So stay tuned, guys. Hey guys, welcome back. All right, so gonna finish up this episode here. So went and bought some stuff for Eden's car, the Miata. Basically a lot of engine stuff. I'll kind of run you through it here real quick. Hold on, check this out. So VHT flameproof primer for the valve cover. I brought some trunk paint, which is kind of green and black. I thought might look good in his trunk, so went with that. Got a new PCV valve, new thermostat, new upper radiator hose. We've got, this is the PCV grommet. Then valve cover gasket, Velcro. I also got what I believe to be the issue with the cooling fan, the temp sensor switch that goes on the top of the thermostat housing. I also got a new thermostat gasket, Velcro, and the O-ring that goes inside of it. And I got some anti-seize for when I do the spark plugs and other things. I'm going to put a little bit on that. So all of that is going to be happening tomorrow on Project Miata. Big Ron is going to be jumping on the Apache, welding in that floor. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but he'll be welding all this in tomorrow, getting that going. And again, like I said this morning, in the beginning of the video, this panel here is on its way, as well as this panel, okay? So we'll be able to fix the rust from here all the way to the other side. All of that will get taken care of. Most of the rest of this is just surface stuff we can handle. But most of the track looks really good. So really happy with that. Really big day for the Chevelle. Just super happy with how that's going. 73 Volkswagen thing, guys. Just get your daily thing content here. It is for sale. Hit me up if you're interested. And yeah, so stay tuned for tomorrow. We'll be back on the Apache. We'll be back on Project Miata. For those of you that haven't seen Project Miata, I'll show you real quick. Project Miata. So suspension's done. Now it's just down to doing the engine work. So stay tuned for all of that, and we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe. Have a great night.